Okay, just an update on the rocket stove heater. Today's February 23rd, 2017. Slow but sure progress. You can see I've added tabs right here and here, here and here, and those correspond with these. And I've got those all welded in position. And I just put down a piece of fiberglass rope there. This is the front here. Back up here a bit. I did glue some pieces across here. That's why I've got the plate in. This isn't all the way down, obviously, because right down here it slides down into this groove, this plate. But you can get the idea. You can just slide this thing up and down, and it should seal itself off. It'll be a good place to clean out the ashes, maybe even to get it started. We'll see. And who knows, it maybe later I might drill some holes in this thing and put a damper on it. I don't know. But this is going to be plenty of air intake right here. And I haven't quite decided how to make a cover for that. What I'm thinking about doing, what I would like to do is have a cover that came like this on it. But I've got angles here and here, and so theoretically I could make one that goes up like this. The only other way I would have to take in, which I had contemplated doing, is running an angle down to here, cutting the leg off of this part of the angle, and then welding it right here, and have that come up, and then I could actually run a piece across the top to tie this one and this one together and do that on both corners. And I may very well do that. I haven't got that far yet. Right now I'm making the tube that goes over the top of it, and this is it. It's a 12-inch piece of ductwork, and you can see that I have notched it on the four corners. And then what I've done is I've sliced it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend these in, and these will all be bent in all the way around, and then it will slide right down over the top of this. And then I've got some of this stuff. It's insulation. At Menards they called it vermiculite. Now vermiculite is, they had a bag of it in the lawn and garden section for your garden to kind of aerate your garden and fertilize it too. But a small bag of that was the same price as this. And this is way more than I'm going to need. So I don't know if it'll work on my garden out here. I'm going to try a little bit. What's ever left, maybe. We'll see. But that's where we've come to. As you can see, I've got the top on my engine hoist here. But yeah, that one area right up in here was where there was a small gap around here, and so I took a rubber hammer here and just banged on that a few times, and what I did is then I left this for last to weld on. And what I'm going to do when I slide it back down is you can see I've welded all these bolts into place. I just got done, I haven't taken the nut off that one yet, but what I will do is I'll slide that thing down and I will start it with this side. And as you put it down on there, you tilt it this way, get it started on that stud and on this stud, and then you bring it down over the other way, so that it'll hopefully, that area that is bowed in here a little bit will suck it out. It'll pull it out. And that's what I'm hoping, and it'll just seal that up. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I wanted to do that. But anyway, that's where I'm at, and then we're going to put some feet on it. Some legs just about that high as that cart. I'm actually going to make them about the height of that block. And you see that block, I've got that supporting that right now because I don't want the whole thing to fall forward on me. And what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to put 4 legs on the corners, each corner, and then I'm thinking about just taking a arm and just sticking straight down in the front to support that so that it, you know, it won't fall off. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm not going to do that right away because I want to get the legs on, and what I might do is on the front is put those more of an angle out like this, so it kind of gives it more support this way, because it is heavy, you know, with this tube hanging out. It's actually out about 2 to 3 inches too far. Yeah, if I had to do it over again, I would cut my brick, or this tube here would start about right there, because you can see this is the edge of the top. It comes right down about in the middle of that. And yeah, just thinking about that, I got to push that over a little bit too, because that, you can see I drew a line and I don't really have it on the right spot. So this is all glued. It will eventually get hard, and yeah, what I should do is set that top back down on top of it. That's what I ought to do. Make sure it's all lined up right before it gets all hard. But anyway, yeah, I should have taken this and put this wall here, cut this brick, and put it about right there. You know, get this thing as close to the outside wall of that top is kind of the key. And because, see, I've got a long burn chamber here. And so what I'm hoping is that it will still work, because, and like I said, that's why this plate here in the front, if I can pull it up and stuff sticks and things and paper up underneath there to get it going, to get it hot, to start drawing, and then I can start feeding sticks down through here, and they will hopefully catch and burn. And I might have to make like a little grate at the bottom there, you know, a thing that would go back in it like this, so that I could lay the sticks on it. And I don't know, we'll see. Those are all things to come. But that's where I'm at right now, so I'll bring you back when I've got more. Okay, there we go. We got those all bent over, and the square cut, the rectangular. Show you what it looks like from the inside, like that. That will slide right over the top of this. So let me put it on there and I'll bring you back. So, well, there it is in place. So you can kind of get an idea. See what I did? Over here I've got a small hole there. Hopefully that'll seal up good enough, but these over here and over here are all sealed up really well. Pretty much anyway. This one of course sits on top of the brick, so it don't matter. That spot there will be the only problem. And what I do is I have a few pieces of scrap that I cut off right here. I think what I'll do is I'll just lay a few of those pieces down in there, and that'll plug that hole, and then we're going to dump this stuff in it. So bring you back when we get all that done. Well, there you have it. It's all packed. You can kind of see what I was talking about, trying to explain that this 12-inch duct surrounds this chimney, and from what I have heard on eBay, or not eBay, but YouTube, watching the videos, people making them, you have to insulate this burn tube here, or this exhaust tube, to keep it, I don't know what the idea is, but anyway, that's, I've watched other guys and this is what they've done. And so it's all in place, but you got to make sure that that bottom of that thing is sealed. And because I had a couple small little holes on this side that I did not seal, and that vermiculite just run right out and filled the whole bottom full. So I had to kind of fish a couple pieces of metal down in there, lay in there to kind of block the holes up, and then fill it the rest of the way, and hopefully it's not going to jar loose and vibrate and come out of there. But I end up sweeping it out with the shop vac. So now we're going to take and put the top back on. Silicone a few spots up here on the sides. These spots right here, get those sealed up nice. And I've got to put I got a T-section. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. Is this. And it's got a clean out thing on the bottom, which just slides into place. So what we're going to do is slide this thing over the top of this deal like that, and I'll have to put some screws in that to secure it, and then we'll put our stovepipe straight up out of here, and may have to run a it probably will be alright. I might support it there after, you know, when I get ready to burn it. But anyway, that's the plan, and so I'll bring it back when we get her all back together, and we'll try our first burn. Just in time for spring. Spring's already here. It's about 70 degrees today. So anyway, stay tuned.